Extras is back, folks. After a much-needed break, we're kicking off 2025 with our second episode of the year. Buckle up because we've got stories that will blow your mind, starting with one of the biggest shakeups in AI history. A Chinese startup, DeepSeek, has just released its groundbreaking model, DeepSeek 3.0, and it's rewriting the rules of the AI game. Forget GPT-4, Claude Sonnet, or Gemini 2.0, this model beats them all for a fraction of the cost. Let's dive into the incredible journey of DeepSeek and how it became the biggest dark horse in the AI world. To understand DeepSeek, we have to go back to its roots. Before DeepSeek, there was Highflyer, an $8 billion quantitative hedge fund founded by 3 brilliant engineers from Zhejiang University. They started out as students during the 2007-2008 financial crisis, experimenting with algorithmic trading models. Their journey led to the creation of Highflyer Asset Management, a powerhouse in China's financial sector, which later became the backbone of DeepSeek. At the helm of DeepSeek is Liang Wenfeng, a visionary leader who transitioned from revolutionizing hedge funds to transforming the AI landscape. Backed entirely by Highflyer, DeepSeek operates with unmatched freedom, choosing innovation over commercialization. And that's where the story takes a turn. In 2024, DeepSeek quietly launched its first and second models, making waves with their unmatched price-performance ratio. DeepSeek V2, in particular, caused a stir. It reduced inference costs to an astonishing 1 RMB per million tokens, 7 times cheaper than Meta's Llama 3 and 70 times cheaper than GPT-4 Turbo. This bold move didn't just rattle competitors, it triggered an AI price war in China, earning DeepSeek the nickname Pinduoduo of AI. Just a year before the unveiling of DeepSeek 3.0, the startup made waves with its R1 model, an AI system that pushed the boundaries of reasoning and inference capabilities, outperforming OpenAI's O1 model in multiple benchmarks. And now, DeepSeek 3.0 has taken things to a whole new level. His bad boy boasts a whopping 671 billion parameters. That's a fancy way of saying it's incredibly powerful. But here's the real kicker. They trained it in just 2 months for a mere $558 million. It's a model that outperforms OpenAI's GPT-40 and other leading models, using only a fraction of their resources. The secret? An architectural innovation that's redefining the very foundations of AI. DeepSeek 3.0 employs an enhanced mixture of experts, MOE architecture, a highly efficient and scalable design that allows the model to allocate resources dynamically. Unlike traditional dense models, which activate every parameter during inference or training, the MOE architecture activates only a subset of its parameters for any given task. DeepSeek leveraged NVIDIA's H100 GPUs to optimize training, drastically cutting costs without compromising quality. While OpenAI spent hundreds of millions on GPT-4, DeepSeek proved that efficiency and innovation can beat brute force spending. Industry insiders are calling it a rare gem and a testament to what's possible with ingenuity over excess.
You need to know about DeepSeek V3, an open model that people are calling a whale. It's beating models like Llama 3.1, Claude 3.5, and even GPT-4o on certain benchmarks. People are excited about this because it's a really big model that was trained really efficiently. In fact, they only spent $6 million training the model. And just to set some context, Meta spent hundreds of millions of dollars training Llama 3.1. And by the way, DeepSeek V3 has more parameters than Llama 3.1. And before you say, I don't care how much training costs because I'm not training one from scratch, it does also mean that inference is more efficient as well. I'm Diana, a startup builder, and I break down tech startups and AI without the hype. And today we're going to cover some highlights from the DeepSeek V3 paper. First of all, how did they even do this so efficiently? They used 2 techniques that they tested out in DeepSeek V2, multi-head latent attention and mixture of experts. You might remember from this now famous graphic on transformer architecture that transformers have this block of attention weights. In multi-head latent attention, the matrices that are used to calculate these attention weights are reduced to a smaller or latent representation to run more efficiently. In mixture of experts, you group weights into experts. This way, not all of the weights are activated during training or inference. They also did this new thing called FP8 training. where they basically used lower precision for certain parts of their training. Using lower precision means that you use fewer bits to represent a given weight. And again, this saves space and allows things to run more efficiently. Some final things that caught my eye. They used multi-token prediction, where they actually have the LLM predict 2 tokens instead of just 1. They also used knowledge distillation from DeepSeek R1, their reasoning model, to teach DeepSeek V3 how to reason better. Remember, knowledge distillation is when you have another model teach your current model. Finally, they highlighted 2 different reward models that they used in the reinforcement learning process. The first one was a rule-based reward model that they used to grade answers that had a clear correct answer, like a math problem. The second one was a model-based reward model that was used to score answers that didn't necessarily have a clear right or wrong. Wow, that was a lot. I'll see you next time, and let me know if you had any questions in the...
All right, now it is time for Tech Check, and today let's talk about AI, but not in the way that you all think, because there is a new model that has all of the Valley buzzing, and it does not come from OpenAI or Meta or Google or any of those names. Deirdre Boso, this comes from a rather unusual source.
It also comes from China, Brian. It's called DeepSeek. And here's why it matters. It took Google and OpenAI years and billions of dollars to build the latest AI large language models. But now a Chinese research lab has built a competitive model in just 2 months with dumbed down GPUs for less than, get this, $6 million. Not billion, $6 million. Now, DeepSeek looks and acts just like ChatGPT. I've been trying it out this morning, and when I asked, what model are you? It answered, I'm an AI language model created by OpenAI, specifically based on the GPT-4 architecture, suggesting that it was trained on ChatGPT outputs, which, leaving aside terms of service violations, means that entirely new state-of-the-art models, they can be built on what is already out there. In other words, OpenAI's moat may be shrinking. If a model like DeepSeek can emerge with competitive performance, minimal cost, and reliance on existing outputs, it signals a rapidly shrinking barrier to entry in AI development, challenging the current dominance of industry leaders like OpenAI and Google and Anthropic and Meta, by the way. There's also key geopolitical implications in this for the AI race. DeepSeek is backed by a Chinese quant trading firm, High Flyer Capital Management, and it used NVIDIA H800s, a lower performance version of the H100 chips that are cheaper, more available, and tailored for restricted markets like China. So they were able to sort of go around the H100s that everyone seems to be looking for here in the West. Now, in fact, it cost DeepSeek just $5.5 million to train it versus hundreds of millions of dollars for Meta's latest Llama model and billions of dollars for GPT and Gemini model.
DeepSeek isn't just another AI lab, it's a disruptor. Unlike other Chinese AI startups, it's focused solely on research and technology, staying away from commercial applications. And while most firms follow Silicon Valley's lead, DeepSeek dares to innovate at the architectural level, something considered too risky by many. This model isn't just a tool, it's a statement that China is a global contender in technological innovation. Experts like NVIDIA's Jim Fan and former OpenAI leaders have praised DeepSeek for its unfathomable genius and groundbreaking innovations. Some even believe it signals a turning point where China's AI models rival the best from Silicon Valley.